Hey everyone, my name is Brian. I'm the co-founder of PreStacks. I'll be walking you through the platform today. PreStacks is a platform that lets you easily create templated deployments for your cloud infrastructure. So I'll walk you through the demo that we have. Here's an example of the platform. What you can see is you can see me adding an AWS account. PreStacks can deploy to your AWS account and your GitLab accounts separately. So here I'm in my IAM AWS dashboard, creating a new user for PreStacks to use. I am then grabbing the keys from said user and inputting them into PreStacks. Once the account has been added, you can see it shows up here, and then we can go and make our stack. Our stack is a templated Django stack, so we can put in a name, we can specify a cloud region, we can specify the domain that we want the stack to be deployed to, including a subdomain. Also, we can specify different things like database usernames, ports, and size. So I'm just going to use the default Postgres, default port, default size, and select my GitLab and AWS account to deploy to. So here we can see it deploys. Now, the cool thing to note about PreStacks is that we actually make the repository for you in your GitLab. So what happens is when you deploy a stack, we not only provision all the cloud resources for you, we also make a GitLab repository and configure all of our deployments. So this is the repository that that PreStacks has created for me, and we can see it has a templated Django project as well as all of the relevant files that we need for the cloud configuration, such as the Docker file or the CI file. So we can see that PreStacks has actually just pushed a commit to this repository with the initial setup, and there's a pipeline running for that commit. So in just a moment, I'll go into that pipeline. We'll be able to see here that there's two stages, the export and build. Basically what this is doing is just exporting the project and building it into a Docker container. The container is then pushed up to your AWS ECR and then deployed to your cloud servers via Fargate, via a cloud deployment process. So this pipeline will complete. You can see deployment created in just a moment. There it is. And then what we can do is we can actually go over to code deploy, see a new deployment in progress, and once this is completed, we'll be able to see our application completely deployed with the template, successful Django setup kind of. So here we go, demo.prestacks.com. All we get to see is just the install works successfully, voila. Now, next I'm going to demonstrate the auto deployments. So basically what happens here is I can go back to my repository and clone it. So I'm going to clone it to my local development environment, and I sped up this part so you don't have to watch me code a bunch, but basically what I do is I add a view. So I add an endpoint that's just /hello, and it just returns hello as a message, just to show that something has changed. So what I get to do is I get to commit this and push it up to my remote. I'm pushing to main right now. Once I push it to my remote, you can see the pipeline is triggered again, and we run the process again. So again, the whole thing goes, it Dockerizes your server, pushes it to ECR, triggers a code deployment, and then deploys from there. So here it is building the Docker container. And there you go. Deployment has been made. We can see the deployment has been created. And then in a moment, we can go back over to our other tab where we had the first deployment. We can go to /hello. And if you give it just a second, there you go. It has deployed the updated version of your code immediately. So PreStacks, this is the heart of PreStacks. We'll set up your entire developer environments for you so that you can immediately just get push deployments on Django without having to compromise the cloud security or the cloud resources that you use, because it's all deployed into your AWS. Thank you.